Hey Aries, I need to talk to you about something that is coming through so clearly in these cards right now. I just pulled this spread for you and honestly, the energy here is absolutely fascinating because what I am seeing is not just about your growth or your success. It is about how your rise is triggering something in someone else, and that energy is so present in this reading. So let me just dive right in because you need to hear this. The first card that came out is the King of Wands and Aries. This card is you right now. This is your energy in its fullest expression. The King of Wands represents someone who has mastered their creative power, someone who leads with confidence and vision, someone who does not just dream about things but actually makes them happen. This is fire energy at its peak, and as an Aries, this is like your natural home. You are stepping into a phase where you are not just participating in life, you are commanding it. You are not asking for permission anymore, you are claiming what is yours. What I find really interesting about this card in your reading is the timing of it. The King of Wands does not show up when you are still figuring things out. This card appears when you have done the work, when you have built something real, when you have developed your skills and your vision to the point where people cannot help but notice. You are not trying to prove yourself anymore. You are past that phase. You are now in the phase where your presence alone makes a statement. Your confidence is not loud or desperate, it is just solid. It is the kind of energy that walks into a room and shifts the atmosphere without even trying. This card is telling me that you are being recognized for something significant. There is an opportunity coming your way, a role, a position, a chance to lead or to showcase what you are capable of, and this is not small. This is the kind of thing that elevates you. It could be a promotion, a project that puts you in the spotlight, a collaboration with people who operate at a higher level, or even just a moment where your work finally gets the visibility it deserves. The King of Wands is about being chosen because your confidence is undeniable. You have proven yourself through action, through results, through consistency, and now the universe is responding to that energy. But here is what I want you to understand about this card. The King of Wands also carries a warning about how others perceive your power. When you embody this energy, when you step into your authority and own your success, not everyone is going to be happy about it. Some people are comfortable with you when you are still climbing, still struggling, still in the process of becoming. But when you actually arrive, when you step into your throne, that triggers something in people who have not done the same work on themselves. The King of Wands shines so brightly that it exposes the shadows in others, and that is exactly what is happening in your situation right now. Now the second card is the Two of Wands, and this is where the reading gets really specific about what is unfolding for you. The Two of Wands is about making a choice between staying in your comfort zone and expanding into something bigger. This card shows someone standing at the edge of their known world, holding a globe in their hands, contemplating their next move. You have built something stable, you have created a foundation, but now you are being called to think bigger, to reach further, to claim more territory. What I love about the Two of Wands in your reading is that it confirms you are at a decision point, and this decision is going to define your trajectory for a while. You are being presented with options that would have intimidated you before, but now you are actually capable of handling them. This could be about expanding your business, taking on a bigger role, moving to a new level in your career, or even just claiming a new identity for yourself that feels more aligned with who you are becoming. The Two of Wands is about looking at what you have accomplished and realizing that it is just the beginning, not the destination. But here is the thing about this card that connects directly to your situation. When you start making moves toward expansion, when you start planning for a bigger future, people notice. The Two of Wands is a very visible energy. You are not hiding your ambitions anymore. You are not playing small to make others comfortable. You are openly claiming your desire for more, and that is powerful. But it also makes you a target for projection. People who are stuck in their own Two of Wands moment, who are afraid to make the leap, who are playing it safe, they see you preparing to expand and it triggers their own insecurities. They start questioning why you think you deserve more, why you are reaching for things they convinced themselves were out of reach. The Two of Wands is telling me that someone in your environment is watching your moves very closely, and they are not watching from a place of support. They are watching from a place of comparison and fear. They see you mapping out your expansion and it reminds them of everything they have not done, every risk they did not take, every opportunity they let pass by. Your courage is a mirror for their stagnation, and instead of using that as motivation, they are using it as fuel for resentment. The third card that came through is the Hanged Man, and okay, this is where the energy shifts into something really important for you to understand. The Hanged Man is about suspension, about being in a place where you cannot force movement, where you have to surrender to a process and trust that this pause has a purpose. This card often shows up when we are waiting for something to unfold, when we have done everything we can do and now we just have to let things develop in their own timing. In your reading, the Hanged Man is telling me that there is a period of waiting involved in this opportunity you are being chosen for. You might have already had the conversation, submitted the application, made the pitch, or put yourself forward for something, and now you are in that uncomfortable space where you are waiting for confirmation. The Hanged Man says that this waiting period is not wasted time. It is actually serving a purpose. It is giving you space to shift your perspective, to release attachment to how you think things should unfold, to prepare yourself mentally and emotionally for what is coming. But here is what makes the Hanged Man so relevant to the jealousy theme in your reading. When you are in a suspended state, when you are waiting for your breakthrough, you are vulnerable to the energy of people who want to keep you stuck. The Hanged Man can sometimes indicate that someone is actively working to delay your progress, to create obstacles, to make your waiting period longer than it needs to be. This could be someone who has influence in the situation, someone who is dragging their feet on a decision, someone who is subtly undermining you behind the scenes because they do not want to see you rise. The Hanged Man is asking you to maintain your composure during this time. Do not let the waiting make you desperate. Do not let the uncertainty make you doubt yourself. Do not let the slow pace convince you that nothing is happening. Things are happening, just not in the visible, tangible way you want them to be happening yet. This is a test of your faith in yourself and in the process. The person who is jealous of your rise, they are hoping that this waiting period will break you, that you will give up, that you will shrink back into safety. The Hanged Man is saying do not give them that satisfaction. Stay suspended in your knowing. Trust that what is meant for you cannot be blocked permanently. Now the fourth card is the Queen of Pentacles, and this card is absolutely beautiful for you right now because it represents the energy of someone who has built real, tangible abundance through patience, skill, and consistent effort. The Queen of Pentacles is grounded, practical, nurturing, and she knows her worth. She has created security for herself and she does not need external validation to know that she is valuable. This is the energy you are embodying or being called to embody as you move through this situation. What I find really powerful about the Queen of Pentacles in your reading is that she represents the proof of your capabilities. This is not about potential anymore. This is not about what you might be able to do someday. The Queen of Pentacles is about what you have already demonstrated. You have results. You have evidence. You have a track record. You have built something real and sustainable, and that is why you are being chosen for this next level opportunity. The people making the decision can see that you are not just talented or enthusiastic, you are reliable. You are someone who delivers. You are someone who can handle responsibility and produce results. But here is where the Queen of Pentacles connects to the jealousy energy in your reading. This card represents material success and visible abundance, and that is exactly what triggers envy in others. The Queen of Pentacles has what other people want. She has financial security, professional respect, a stable foundation, and a reputation for excellence. When you embody this energy, when you have tangible proof of your success, people who are struggling in their own Queen of Pentacles journey feel threatened by your presence. They see what you have built and it highlights what they have not built. They see the opportunities coming to you and it reminds them of the opportunities they missed or wasted. The Queen of Pentacles is telling me that the person who is jealous of you is specifically triggered by your stability and your competence. They might be able to dismiss someone who is flashy or lucky, but they cannot dismiss someone who is genuinely skilled and consistently excellent at what they do. Your success is not a fluke, and that is what makes it so threatening to them. They cannot tell themselves that you just got lucky or that you do not deserve it, because your Queen of Pentacles energy is undeniable. You earned this through real work and real dedication, and that truth is what they cannot handle. The fifth card is the Seven of Swords, and okay, Aries, this is the card that confirms everything I have been feeling about the jealousy and the hidden opposition in your situation. The Seven of Swords is the card of deception, sneakiness, hidden agendas, and strategic betrayal. This card shows someone literally sneaking away with swords, taking what does not belong to them, operating in the shadows, doing things behind the scenes that they would never do openly. This is not straightforward competition. This is underhanded behavior motivated by envy and insecurity. In your reading, the Seven of Swords is telling me very clearly that there is someone who is actively working against you, and they are doing it in ways that are not obvious or direct. This is not someone who will confront you openly or challenge you face to face. This is someone who smiles at you in person but talks negatively about you when you are not around. This is someone who might be sabotaging your efforts subtly, spreading doubt about your abilities, withholding information you need, or positioning themselves to take credit for your work. The Seven of Swords is about theft, and what this person is trying to steal from you is your opportunity, your recognition, your moment. What makes the Seven of Swords particularly relevant to your situation is that this card often appears when someone feels they cannot compete with you fairly, so they resort to unfair tactics. They know they cannot match your King of Wands leadership or your Queen of Pentacles competence, so they are trying to level the playing field through manipulation and deception. They might be planting seeds of doubt about you with decision makers, highlighting your weaknesses while downplaying your strengths, or creating narratives that make you look less capable than you are. This is strategic undermining, and it is happening because they are threatened by the fact that you are about to be chosen for something significant. The Seven of Swords is giving you a warning but also a gift. The warning is to be aware that not everyone around you has good intentions, especially as you rise. Protect your energy, protect your ideas, protect your plans. Do not share everything with everyone. Be discerning about who you trust with information about your next moves. The gift is that the Seven of Swords rarely succeeds in the long term. Deception has a way of exposing itself. People who operate in the shadows eventually get caught. The truth has a way of coming to light. So while this person might create some temporary obstacles or frustrations for you, they cannot ultimately stop what is meant for you. The sixth and final card is the Four of Cups, and this card is really interesting as the closing energy of your reading because it represents apathy, disengagement, and emotional withdrawal. The Four of Cups shows someone sitting under a tree, arms crossed, looking at three cups in front of them with dissatisfaction, completely unaware that a fourth cup is being offered to them from the universe. This is the energy of someone who is so stuck in their disappointment or boredom that they cannot see new opportunities right in front of them. In your reading, I am seeing the Four of Cups as representing the emotional state of the person who is jealous of you. While you are embodying the King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, while you are making empowered choices like the Two of Wands, this person is stuck in Four of Cups energy. They are dissatisfied with their own life. They are focused on what they do not have. They are rejecting the opportunities that are available to them because those opportunities do not look like what you have. They are so consumed with watching you and resenting your success that they are blind to their own potential and their own path. The Four of Cups is also a message for you though, and this is important. As you navigate this situation with someone who is jealous and potentially working against you, do not let their energy pull you into Four of Cups behavior. Do not become so focused on what they are doing or what they are trying to take from you that you miss the new cups being offered to you by the universe. Do not let their negativity make you cynical or closed off. Do not let their tactics make you second-guess yourself or withdraw from opportunities out of fear. The Four of Cups is a warning not to let someone else's stagnation infect your momentum. What I love about the Four of Cups as your final card is that it ultimately shows the limitation of jealousy as a strategy. The person who is envious of you is operating from a scarcity mindset. They believe that your success means less for them, that there is only so much opportunity to go around, that your rise somehow diminishes their chances. The Four of Cups reveals that this is a self-fulfilling prophecy. By focusing on you instead of focusing on their own growth, by trying to block you instead of building themselves up, they are actually ensuring their own stagnation. They are rejecting the cups that are meant for them because they are too busy resenting the cups you are receiving. So Aries, here is what I want you to take away from this reading. You are absolutely being chosen for something significant. Your King of Wands energy, your Queen of Pentacles competence, your Two of Wands vision, these are all aligning to bring you an opportunity that represents a real elevation. This is not hype, this is not wishful thinking, This is about recognition that you have earned through your actions and your consistency. The universe is responding to the work you have put in, and you are about to see tangible evidence of that. But as you rise, as you step into this new level, you need to be aware that not everyone is going to celebrate your success. The Seven of Swords energy is real. There is someone in your orbit who is threatened by your growth, and they are operating from a place of jealousy and insecurity. They might try to create obstacles, spread doubt, or undermine you in subtle ways. The Hanged Man suggests there might be delays or a waiting period involved, and some of that might be influenced by this person's interference. But here is the truth that you need to hold onto. What is meant for you cannot be permanently blocked. Deception has a short lifespan. Truth always emerges. Your competence speaks for itself. The Four of Cups shows you the ultimate weakness of jealousy. People who are consumed with envy are people who are disconnected from their own path and their own potential. Their focus on you is actually their biggest obstacle. They are so busy watching you climb that they are not doing their own climbing. They are so focused on what you have that they are missing what is available to them. This is not your problem to fix. This is not your responsibility to manage. Your only job is to stay in your King of Wands energy, maintain your Queen of Pentacles integrity, keep making your Two of Wands moves toward expansion, and trust the Hanged Man process even when it feels slow or uncertain. Do not shrink to make others comfortable. Do not dim your light because someone else is bothered by its brightness. Do not play small to avoid triggering jealousy. That is not how this works. Your bigness, your success, your confidence, these things will always trigger people who have not done their own inner work. That is inevitable. The question is whether you are going to let their discomfort dictate your choices, and the answer needs to be no. You are being called to rise, and rise you will. The person who cannot handle that will have to do their own work to process those feelings. That is not on you. Keep your eyes on your vision. Protect your energy. Be strategic about what you share and who you trust. Stay grounded in your knowing that you deserve every bit of success that comes your way. The cards are so clear that this is your time, Aries. You are being chosen because you are ready, because you are capable, because you have done the work. Someone else's jealousy does not change that fact. It just reveals their own limitations. Your rise is inevitable. Their inability to handle it is not your concern. Step into your throne. Claim what is yours. The universe has your back.